how are you? I hope you're fine. This is a grade 3 civics lesson, and I'm going to take you through from where we start in class. Now, when we were in class, we were learning about the national symbols of Tanzania, and we mentioned about 10 of them, and so far we have discussed quite a number. Therefore, today we are going to look at the presidential flag as one of the national symbols of Tanzania. Now, the presidential flag is a very important symbol in the nation of our country. It is green in color and has a blue boundary. So it has two major colors, green and blue. The presidential flag has the national coat of arms in the middle without the man and the woman. So if you see any portrait of that kind, the flag, let me draw a small sample. It has that. The outer part of it is on a blue plate. So this is blue, but the whole of this is green. Then in the middle here, we have the coat of arms without the man and the woman. Because we learned about the coat of arms and we saw one of the components of the coat of arms, it has a man and a woman. But on the presidential flag, there is no man and woman on that coat of arms that is present on the presidential flag. Now, where do we find the presidential flag? We had looked at before where we find the national flags in schools, in the police stations and government buildings, government offices. But the presidential flag is rarely seen because it is only found in three very important places. One, we find it at the State House. That is where the president resides or lives. Another place where you will see the presidential flag is at the president's office. The president's office where he delegates his duties. And lastly, it is also seen on his car, the president's car. Those are the three places where we will see or we will find the flag of the president as a national symbol. Now, why do we really need this presidential flag? Now, one, it is a symbol of the head of state of Tanzania. So the moment you see the flag of Tanzania, the flag of the president, you know the state, the head of the state is being recognized at that time. And then it commands respect for the president and his office. So if you see the flag of the president, you have to respect that because it is found there to show respect. And lastly, it is a symbol that the president is at that time, is at that place at that time. He is present at that moment where the flag is. So those are the three very good important reasons why we need the presidential flag in our country. So with those few remarks, we don't need to go so much deep into it about the presidential flag. I will also take you through the Constitution as the next national symbol, the National Constitution of Tanzania. That is number 2. The National Constitution. Now, of the 10 national symbols that we talked about, the National Constitution is also a national symbol of Tanzania. What is a national constitution? A national constitution is a set of rules that is put with principles to govern a country. They are used to govern a country, but they are written in a book. So in other words, we can also say it is a book that has rules that governs a country. All the rules that governs a country are found in the Constitution of Tanzania. And even other small organizations have their constitution. constitutions, but their constitutions are not national constitutions. The national constitution was written in 1977. Now, why is it important to have this constitution? First, it describes the relationship between citizens and leaders. Every country, every organization has leaders who helps the citizens to follow the rules that have been set by the constitution. So the leaders there are like an eye of the citizens through the constitution. And then it also shows the structure of the state organs. All the state organs from the judiciary and up to the lowest level. It gives us that if you look at the constitution. And then it is a basic law from which other laws are made. You want to make laws of your organization, you must follow the constitution of the nation. Because if you go against the constitution of the nation, even if you're doing your own business, then you are prone to be arrested. So nobody wants to go against the law. And then it also shows clearly the distribution of power among the state organs. There are things that the president can do, but there are things that only a local chief should do. So all the powers that are delegated to the state organs are clearly stated in the national constitution. So up to there, I think I have made myself clear, and let us meet on the next lesson. But before then, we will get a brief writings of what we have discussed today before our next lesson. Thank you.